bit more about the trip, just to kind of pick up, and we'll be able to be out of here before noon. On your way. Have you? What's your thoughts about the Tuesday audio recordings that you've been getting?
I asked to think about when I listen to it, but they're covering a lot of the stuff I wanted to hear about.
Good.
Maybe a little more on tips.
Tips, okay.
Yeah. I know my friends that have been to give me tips than you've given.
Right.
So
Well, the tips go throughout the entire 23.
Yeah.
So there'll be a tip with each one. But you're right. Yeah, it could be maybe a whole different one for just tips. Yeah.
I've enjoyed them. You've done a good job with them, John.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, the gates of hell. Yeah. Yeah. Carbon monoxide. Yeah. Interesting thing about that particular place, Herodias, I think I said, and the interesting thing is that hasn't been opened. They have closed that whole thing, that the temple of Pluto. They closed it for remodeling, but Roger just sent me a text that said it's now opening. So I'm glad, I'm glad about that. We'll be able to go see it, hopefully. Ken, do you have anything else to say about it?
About what? Which part?
About the audio recording?
I'm losing your sound, so I didn't know what you asked.
You had said something about the audio recordings. I kind of cut you off. I just wondered if you have more to say.
No, I'm just enjoying them. I listen to them and I look at the different aspects that have been sent, and yeah, I enjoy them. I think that's very good. And that you give a hint each time, not to use your left hand. I can't remember all the different hints. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. We're hoping that.
I
Yes.
just really think, I said this to you earlier, but I just really think that when we were on the Israel trip, there were many times, I might feel that way again. And that the one I felt like, whoa, I'm drinking out of the fire hydrant. I just can't get this off. And I like the little bits that I can study and think about it. It's more like drinking out of the water fountain. So I think when it's reviewed, when we're there, it'll be good.
Yes.
So I really appreciate the background a little bit more slowly.
And I try to make each one short, and then give you, if you want to go farther, give you more that type of thing. That's helpful. Yeah. And we get to Rome, it's a little bit different. I don't deal with just one site. I'm dealing with several sites. So those are no longer about 5 minutes long. These are about 10 minutes long. So they're a little bit larger, but then you're right before the trip. So that will maybe it'll be okay. Roger, you have anything else to? Any questions or any thoughts that you have? Yes.
I have a question, just a general housekeeping question, because we have not done the trip before. This is just a practical question. Do you take clothes for 2 weeks, or do you wash during the time you're away?
That's a good question. And we have to remember to do the lunches too, to talk about the lunches. There will be opportunities for watching, but You know, and Israel actually know exactly where they're, because we've been doing it so many times, where this will be a little bit different. But what I do, the thing is, you need to realize that when you're dressing for the trip, you're not on a fashion show. You know, I talk about it as far as the tips. I talk about shoes. Don't bring a lot of shoes. You know, you basically, those are the shoes I'm going to wear right there. They're a comfortable tennis shoe type of thing. They're worn in, and they're okay. And I will wear these the whole time. And you need to get a very comfortable shoe and wear that. As far as the clothes that you wear, you don't have to have a wide variety. I personally bring enough so that at some point when I know I'm going to be 2 days at the same location, as I will wash them out, wash my underclothes in the sink, and just hang them to dry. And that for me works really good, rather than going out to a laundromat, which you can do. Well, and plus the hotel will do it for you. The hotel, and some of them are very reasonable, and others are not. But yeah, I just always try to just wash a few things out and take less.
A little different than Israel, where we were in a number of places for multiple nights. But in Turkey, looking at the calendar, in Turkey and Greece, the first opportunity we had to be in the same hotel twice, 2 nights in a row, is in Athens, Greece. There's no place in Turkey
Oh, wow.
where we're going to be in the same hotel 2 days in a row. There's a lot of travel and a lot of check in and check out, which is unfortunate for trying to get the clothes washed. So you can have light clothes that can be washed in your
Yes.
room right overnight. That would be ideal.
Yeah. Right. What's that?
Kind of temperature, weather can be expected around October.
October is very nice over there. What's that?
Fall weather.
Well, yeah, it's the summers are extremely hot. And that's also the busy time when it's very hot. So beaches are very popular. But they say October is one of the best months. It will rain a little bit. You do run a chance of rain, but it's not bad as opposed to later on when it's more of the rainy season. So I forget. It seems like it's kind of like our spring here. I think it may get up into the 80s, maybe, but more in the upper 70s. At night, it'll get down into 60s. Is that what you kind of remember, Roger? Yeah.
Yeah, we took the big sheet table cases, and we didn't wash right away. We just loaded them up for 2 weeks. And that
So-
worked out all right. Heavier, but I get behind you on the wheel.
Yeah.
So John, do you need to take a coat? Is it cold enough for a
I'm
coat?
going to take a light jacket. I don't think so, but I mean, as far as a coat, but I'm definitely going to take a light jacket, which is more like a kind of a windbreaker. Roger, do you have some thoughts on that?
Bring things that can be layered.
Layered.
Starts out cool in the morning. You can take some of it off.
So I will bring a sweater as well. So I'll have a light jacket and a sweater. So I may start the day with the sweater with the windbreaker over it, and then at some point take off the sweater and leave the windbreaker, and then eventually get rid of that. And as the day goes by, I may put the windbreaker back on, and then by the time we get to the hotel, I'll have the sweater back on again. So layering is really the way to go. You don't want a heavy coat
And it's
with
gonna
it either
be,
on or off.
it'll be cooler. You don't need shorts or anything. It'll be cooler.
No,
Just
you can
pants.
you can wear shorts. There are churches and mosques don't really want you into their. I mean, some of them have very strict rules. Like for instance, when you go to the Vatican, you cannot. There's no exposed legs or shoulders, and they will stop you at the door. I mean, they're absolutely strict on that.
Just
And,
pants.
and
Bring
that's
the
also
pants.
true of mosques. What's that?
Just bring pants is what you're
Yeah,
saying. Blue
that's
jeans.
right.
Okay, good.
When you're like one of the recommendations, one of the tips I have for Turkey is that it's a Muslim country, and they have they have a little bit they have a higher dress standard, and so it's allowed, but it's a little offensive to the people. So, I mean, they'll allow it because these are Americans, and they'll overlook it, but they won't be happy with it. So dressed as modestly as you can, especially in Turkey.
And what's the weight of the suitcase?
Lunches,
What's the weight of the
on
suitcase?
the
Since we're
suitcase?
we're doing some flights in their country, right? So is it, what's the weight for those in flights?
yes, we're doing 2 flights. We're doing one in Turkey, inner flight, and then we're doing one in Greece. And then, of course, then the one that goes over to Rome. And so, yeah, those are, but I was,
So you have to check with your airline.
yeah,
to be
just
sure.
check with check with the airlines.
So you're gonna have to check with the travel agency because, well, those are the legs we don't know, like, all the airlines usually going over there is 50 pounds. Okay, now we're flying back Air Italy, they're only 40 pounds. We're flying back Air Italy's a little differently, but that's
Yeah.
my flights. That's the only oddity. Once I get in the States and get on Delta again, it's 50 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's just little things, but
Sure.
I don't know internally what, I'm assuming it's gonna be 50 pounds, because 50 is pretty much a standard.
Yeah, Roger, you probably do some checking with the people and
We have our flights, the standard group fare flights are on Lufthansa. So I think 50 or.
Yeah, we've done
a little more.
Yeah.
It's pretty standard.
But the ones in country.
within the country.
That's might be the
I think
difference.
they're gonna be the same.
And they may not even, because we're a group, they may not even weigh them.
Now, those of you that went to Israel, your lunches were provided. And I deal with this in my audio recordings, but just to say it right here, and with this trip, they're not. And that gives us a really good opportunity because you will be eating breakfast all together, eating supper all together, unless you have something else planned that you're going to be doing, and you eat what we're all eating. But for lunches, you have an opportunity to eat, and you can go to a little restaurant, do an outdoor restaurant or out on the sidewalk or go into a place and you'll have an opportunity to taste the food that you choose. So one of my tips, I give you some YouTube videos to watch, what to eat in Turkey, what to eat in Greece, what to eat in Rome. And those are fun to watch. And you need to take a few little notes so that when you walk into one of their restaurants, you just don't get, something that you don't know what it is. It gives you a chance to plan ahead and figure out what interesting foods that you're going to eat for lunch. Yes, in Turkey and well, definitely Greece and Rome, they will also take the dollar. But both of those are the euro. And Turkey, what's it called? Yeah, lira. Yeah. Now, I personally always get some local money. That's just me. I like to have local money, and I don't know why I do that, but
I usually use credit.
yeah. Roger always says credit card.
Exchange rates, they took out exchange rates.
No,
So if you're using
credit card actually might be even better.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
a credit card, make sure that your credit card company does not have an international fee. So if you
Yes.
have a credit card with an international fee,
Okay.
they're gonna tack a fee on top. So normally there's a percentage, that's pretty normal, but a lot of them still have a per transaction $2 fee. So watch out for the fees.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm with Bank of America and I have an international travel card and there's no fees, but my daughter has one with Venture, which is Capital One. It's Venture card, they have the same thing, no fees. But so just check with your credit card. Most ATM over there, your bank will waive the ATM fee. So if you want to go to a machine and get cash, most banks will do that. You should check with the bank to make sure.
Make sure your credit card company knows the draft.
Yes. Make sure you contact your credit card company and let them know that you'll be in Turkey, Greece, and Rome. If you don't, and I speak from personal experience here, they will put a stop on your card. As soon as you try to charge something with it, they'll put someone's trying to, and they'll put a stop on it. And so I had to, I forget what country I was in, I had to get on the phone and somehow I called Jan. Between the two of us, we contacted the credit card people and verified who we were. A lot of hassle. Do that before you leave. Whatever card you're going to use, get it approved.
And if you're a Bank of America customer and you bought your tickets with your card, you can call them and they will just tell you because they've seen your airline tickets. they will
Right.
accept. But that's Bank of America only, and only if you bought your tickets with it. So you guys
And there's-
have tickets that didn't buy, like we bought, because we're going to London first. And so we're different. So you guys may or may not have that option.
The Bank of America, there's some places that won't take it over there. In Greece and Rome. I'm not sure why, but there's some. So just be aware.
Anybody know if exchange rates are reasonable over there? I mean, I don't.
Well, of course, that just changes all the
I
time.
know, but
yeah.
Are they?
John, how much money,
I mean,
John? How much money do you
Yes.
suggest we bring?
Oh, well, when I'm in Israel, I always get $200. And then I always have to exchange it back some, but I would say in Turkey, I would not go more than $100. And when I say I will not go more than $100, but I don't buy a lot of souvenirs.
Right, I don't
So
either,
I'm mainly buying food.
right. I don't buy
And so,
souvenirs
and
either.
in
You
Greece,
gotta
I'll
pack
probably do the same. I'll probably do $100 for each of the countries.
And do you just take your ATM card and do it there when you get there with a machine?
I usually try to do it in the airport at the bank, and I'm trying to think if that's really the best way to do it. I'm gonna be checking into that personally and find, I know if you do it in the United States before you fly out, it's very high.